The Internet of Things is defined as the interconnection via the Internet of computing devices embedded in everyday objects, enabling them to send and receive data. The Internet of Bodies is defined as an ecosystem of internet-connected devices that monitor the human body and collect personal biometric data. According to the RAND Corporation's website, the clothing will have sensors so it can monitor body temperature and make changes to keep the wearer comfortable. Diapers will also have Bluetooth-connected apps to detect bowel movements and report them to the caregiver. There's a digital product passport which will include clothing. This will be part of the blockchain. What exactly is a digital product passport? It will be an embedded code in the label of the clothing. The wearer can scan that code on an app and it will give you information about the entire life cycle of the product. Beginning October 3rd this year, Panerai, a luxury watch brand, will have digital product passports in their watches. According to the World Business Council, if we are to maintain a population of 9+ billion people, there must be a material data exchange. The TrustTrace company is developing digital product passports as well. Going back to the Panerai watches, you will be able to verify the authenticity of the watch, see its life cycle information, checking the watch history, and also transferring the watch to a new owner. This watchmaker is partnering with a company called Ariane. Their website says that they want to be a path through the labyrinth. They get their name from Greek mythology, inspired by Adrian's thread, which led Theseus out of the labyrinth. They go on to state that they want to guide users through the maze of today's murky internet and reference Web3. Web3 is defined as the concept of the next generation of the web in which most users will be connected via a decentralized network and have access to their own data. Under this article, Digital Product Passport, What, How, and Why, it says it will be implemented in 3 key areas by the year 2024. Those areas are textiles, construction, and industrial and electric vehicle batteries. Looking at the company TrustTrace, it says 250,000 plus products have already been traced. This example is for the tennis shoe. The company will know all parts of the materials, where they were manufactured, when, where they went, who purchased them. Previously, I heard about tennis shoes in the blockchain. It included everything I just mentioned, except they added if that tennis shoe were to be donated to a thrift store and someone were to purchase it, there would be a record of who the owner was, the day they took it to the thrift store, the day the thrift store put it out on the shelf, the day the person purchased it, who currently owns it. There would be a record of every single moment in that tennis shoe's life cycle. This says, start your traceability journey with TrustTrace. So we know exactly what they're talking about. Traceable means able to be found or discovered, able to be followed on its course or to its origin. Going now to the food supply, the Association for Supply Chain Management says edible microchips too hard to swallow. What's pictured here are wheels of Italian cheese. The company is trying to cut down on counterfeiters. Using blockchain, they're able to reduce the instance of counterfeit cheese by having a blockchain-powered silicone microchip to track their 90-pound wheels of cheese. The chip is the size of a grain of sand, and when scanned by a laser reader, gives a unique serial ID that verifies the authenticity of the cheese wheel. The chief technology officer of a company called P-Chip told the Journal the microchips can handle extreme heat and cold, be read through ice, and withstand years of storage in liquid nitrogen. Also in the food supply, this says startup develops edible markers to prove sustainable sourcing. Encode Technologies has developed a forensic marker, including edible and visible markers to test authenticity and traceability in product. These are described as crypto anchors, tamper-proof digital fingerprints. They're placed inside the invisible solution and can, when required, link to blockchain traceability systems. This means that an invisible chemical containing Encode's crypto anchor technology can be applied safely onto and into food to prove the origins of goods and services. According to tech giant IBM, blockchains alone cannot ensure the authenticity of physical goods. Crypto anchors set themselves apart from a great number of traceability platforms in the digital space as they do not rely solely on the blockchain. Under the heading Edible Computers, IBM gives an example of a crypto anchor embedded in magnetic ink which could be used to dye a malaria pill. The code could become active and visible from a drop of water, letting a consumer know it is authentic and safe to swallow. The nano computer is cryptographically secured so that the identification of the object is unclonable. A Sydney-based startup called UCOT, or UCOT, is tackling counterfeiting by embedding a unique digital identification microchip and sensor into its product packaging. The next generation IoT, or Internet of Things device, will communicate with a blockchain using 5G communication. That's what we discussed earlier, the Internet of Things. In 2017, the FDA approved the first digital pill. The system works by sending a message from the pill's sensor to a wearable patch that transmits information to a mobile app, so patients can track the ingestion of their medication on their smartphones. This can be shared with the provider. Another company doing this is called TrueTag Technologies. Their website says, "How do you know that tablet will be consumed?" Another page on their website says, "How do you know that beef isn't bogus?" Or this one, "How do you know that pill isn't fake?" Their website says, "Encode the truth with microscopic unbeatable barcodes. Tag, track, trace." The pill is described as stealth, secure, and smart. Virtually invisible, about the width of a human hair, practically impossible to reproduce, nanoporous 3D honeycomb structure, and smart, real-time smart data enables product authentication and patient compliance. Code data with unbeatable barcodes. Decode data instantly with an award-winning imaging tech and software.
There are pills now that have an electronic sensor that let a healthcare provider know whether you have taken the medication.
Another company doing this is called ColorCon. It says industry trend, track and trace. Encode's website says transforming the identity verification system, powering a world of trust. Let's see who else is talking about restoring trust. The United Nations, restore trust and inspire hope. The CDC, what will it really take to restore trust? With blockchain, Joe Biden can rebuild trust across America. Executive order on transforming federal customer experience and service delivery to rebuild trust in government. It appears they plan to restore trust by using the blockchain. They may be talking about these type of clothes, but let's talk about this clothing. Psalm 93:1. The Lord reigns. He is clothed with majesty. The Lord is clothed. He has girded himself with strength. Surely the world is established so that it cannot be moved. Your throne is established from of old. You are from everlasting. The floods have lifted up, O Lord. The floods have lifted up their voice. The floods lift up their waves. The Lord on high is mightier than the noise of many waters, than the mighty waves of the sea. Your testimonies are very sure. Holiness adorns your house, O Lord, forever. There's a storm coming. Prepare your house so your foundation is strong and can withstand the storm.